off our starboard, about a half a mile and a mile out. They're right out here. We're trying to get closer.
We're Laura and Torsten from Canada and Germany, and we are happy to go out today with you whale watching.
Woohoo! Did you see any whales?
Yeah, actually, to my great surprise, I would not expect it, but we actually saw some whales.
For sure they're humpback whales.
Yes.
Yes, I could tell that
Well,
one.
at least-
The breaching one.
At least Berlin whales.
Our boat name is Corinthian, and Torsten bought the boat in Grenada, and we sailed up and down the Windward Islands, basically between Trinidad and Dominica, and then from Trinidad up to Grenada and west to the ABC Islands, Colombia, and Panama.
What year did you start?
Oh my.
Well, I started in 2010,
Oh.
but that's a different story. I started with a boat from Germany, sailed all the way on different boats to the Caribbean, and that's where I bought my boat then, and Laura joined me on the way to the Caribbean on a stretch, and then we decided we'd go together on our own boat, and that's where we picked up our boat in Grenada and started sailing from Grenada basically to here, and we spent a lot of time in Panama because it's so beautiful. And we needed to make some pocket money.
So what do you do in your lockdown days? What do you do to pass your time?
Come on.
Come on,
Now you
Laura.
say something. Bake bread, gardening.
Yes.
I bake sourdough bread, and if we have nice weather, such as today, I bake it in the solar oven, which is amazing. It's really wonderful. You can just put your bread in the morning and leave it in there. It takes, on a perfect day, 2 to 3 hours to bake, I would say.
Wow.
If it's a bit cloudy, it may take a bit longer. But the really nice thing is you don't need to worry about it burning because there's no kind of concentrated heat source from below. So if you leave it in for an hour longer, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's maybe just a bit drier.
Wow.
And
I already had a...
yeah, it really kind of frees up your time because you don't have to keep on checking the time and
Unbelievable.
running back to the stove. Otherwise, if it's a overcast day and there's not enough sun, I bake in a pan on the stove. We don't actually have an oven inside the boat.
Oh.
And that works quite well. The only thing is you have to flip the bread over about 20 minutes before it's done so that you really get it completely done from the top and bottom.
Oh.
And you get a nice crisp, you get it crisp on both sides really.
Is it like a normal bread or is it more like a focaccia on the stovetop like that?
I would say it's a normal bread.
Really?
I think
Light and airy?
I would say it's pretty much what we consider in Germany as a normal bread. It's quite heavy, dark,
that's
whole,
true.
whole grain, and yeah, I think even lots of
Seeds.
seeds in there.
Like
yeah.
a bannock, like camping, like you would do camping maybe. Bannock sort of thing.
Maybe.
Well, we have
Oh.
a slice downstairs, but we don't want to scare you.
The base is rye flour, so the sourdough is rye based.
Oh. Nice. Do you have a sourdough starter?
I do. I have a sourdough starter in the fridge,
Oh,
and it's been amazing.
nice.
We've had it for a few years by now, and it's just wonderful. It lasts really well. I've always been able to find friends to take care of it if we have gone back home in between. And it's been really long-lived and makes great bread.
Oh, nice.
I would second that.
Sometimes now during lockdown, it seems to be more difficult to find different types of flour. So the last time I went shopping, the store did not have any rye flour. Rye flour is already hard to find in Panama. I know of 2 stores that have it.
Really?
And last time I didn't find it, so I'm starting to get low, so I have to keep on looking regularly.
Oh.
And I know that other people have said they even have difficulty getting whole wheat flour. There's kind of one section which has all the specialty flours.
Oh, okay.
At least, well, the stores I've gone to.
Oh.
The problem is, of course, if you go to a different store, then they're set up completely differently.
Yeah. So what are your plans after the COVID lifts? And what were your plans before?
Our plans were to go to Galapagos, and then from Galapagos to French Polynesia, and then through the South Pacific to New Zealand. That was basically our plan for this year. We came through the canal end of February, and we're just getting ready to go. We had some things to finish up on our boat after we got through the canal and had done our major provisioning, really, and then all the countries started closing their borders. And at first we thought we just wouldn't be able to go to Galapagos, and then French Polynesia also closed, so by then that was it. Now our plans are to go to French Polynesia soon-ish, I would say.
Yeah, rather sooner than later.
Yeah, we're looking into Galapagos again. Ecuador has opened their borders, but we don't know what the regulations are. And because, given the time of year, we won't make it to New Zealand this year anymore, we would basically have time to go to Galapagos again now. We could go to Galapagos and then go on to French Polynesia and spend a few months there at least, and then next season in the Pacific, continue on to New Zealand.
Yeah, after the next typhoon season, go into the southern parts of the South Pacific, or the more western parts basically, and then head on to New Zealand.
Okay. And are you stopping in New Zealand? Is that the end of your journey?
That's our intermediate goal, and then we don't know for certain.
Well, basically, our boat is from New Zealand, so she has to come home after whatever 20 or 25 years, I suppose, and then we just make new plans from there.
We definitely want to spend some time seeing New Zealand as well once we get there.
Are you going to Australia too, or no?
I'd like to. I mean, I've been living in Australia for a year, and I would ever like to go back there and see how it has changed in the last 25 years maybe. But
Oh, wow.
I don't know, Laura. It's not so interested in going to Australia.
New Zealand first.
New Zealand's like Canada.
I know.
That's why.
Lots of nice hiking in the mountains.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lots. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for coming whale watching with us.
Thanks
you
for
for
taking
taking-
us.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. Anytime.
Next time we have to get the whales to come closer so
Yes.
that we can get wonderful shots of them.
I know. Jeez. We did see whales, people.
We did.